Hey, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be another palette bingo. Just a little bit of background. Oh, the kids are outside playing. Just a little bit of background about this series. A few months ago, I hit 100 subscribers. And to celebrate, I wanted to do a palette bingo because I've always wanted to do a palette bingo or palette roulette, whatever you call it. And I had 4 palettes that I thought were big enough or like had enough pans to make the palette bingo a little bit interesting, at least, which were the ABH Norvina Pro Volume 5, the Natasha Denona Metropolis, the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude, and the Lorac Fairy Tale Forest. So I put up a poll asking what I should do, and I got almost an even split for all of them. Natasha Denona came in last, but the other 3 pretty much were tied. So I decided that I would do all 4, but just space them out each month. So this is the 3rd time that I'm doing this, and I have the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette with me that I'm doing today. This was the palette that I originally was kind of hoping would win, and this was also the palette that Maddie Lou, shout out to Maddie, she commented that she wanted this palette to win. So I think we're both excited for today's video. If you're watching, hi Maddie, I miss you. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, this has originally 18 shades in it, but I did take out, let me try to show you this without blinding you. I did take out that slippery shade just because it didn't gross me out. I don't know why everyone was grossed out by it, but I just knew I was never going to use an eye gloss, and like I wanted to take it out so that because it was a cream, I felt like if it ever went bad, it would contaminate the rest of the palette. So I just took it out. So now there are 17 shades in here. So I am going to randomize 5 shades, 1 through 17, that I'll have to use on my eyes. And I do have, so I have all of my eye brushes with me, and I do have like some eyeliners and mascaras. So I can use as many like eyeliners as I want, but I can't bring in any extra eyeshadows is my rule to myself. So I know some people like use a shadow to like set their lid or as an inner corner highlight. I'm not gonna do that, but that's just my personal preference. Nothing against that. So I'll get started with picking the shades. You're a little bit lower because I have to pick shades or like randomize on my laptop, and this is what my laptop looks like, by the way, because I don't have my other phone, which is what I usually use to randomize. I know where it is, I'm just too lazy to get it. It's under my bed. So once I finish randomizing, I'm gonna put this laptop back under this setup and you'll be raised to your normal level. Maybe you didn't even notice, I don't know. Here's what the palette looks like, and I'll be starting from here across, then down the next level across, and then here across, just for transparency. So the first number I'm getting, 1 through 17, is 11. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's this shade here. That's called Spicy. It's like the darkest purple in this entire, well, darkest shade in general in this entire palette. So good to know I'll have something to deepen up my look, because if you saw my last palette bingo, I didn't. So I'll link the playlist in the description box, but basically I have not had an easy ride with any of these palette bingos, so I'm hoping this time I will. But that's what this looks like. Next is, come on, 1. Okay, so that's the lightest shade in the palette. Okay, this is called Filthy. A lot of these names are a bit racy. That's what that looks like swatched. So it doesn't look as light on my hand, but when I use this on my eyes, because I've used this palette multiple times before, it was very light on me. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to use that. Maybe I can use this as my inner corner highlight. We'll have to see what other colors I get, but hopefully I get maybe like a mid-tone matte, I'm hoping, and then a few shimmers. Okay, 3rd shade will be 3. And oh good, that's this color, Shameless, which, oh sorry, this is very bright, but I really do love that color. I mean, I love this entire palette. This is like one of my favorite palettes in my entire collection. It's so beautiful. So I'm really excited to be doing this today. That's what it looks like. It's a little bit shifty. I don't know if that's just the lighting that I have or if it's always been like that. I honestly can't remember. I do really love this shade, so that's the third one. I'm glad I finally have a shimmer. Now I just need a mid-tone matte, and I won't care what I get for the fifth shade. Actually, that's not true. I'm kind of hoping I don't get either of the warm tone shades in here because I clearly have, you know, a cool tone theme going on here at the moment. The fourth shade will be 2. Okay. Oh, that's Passion, which is one of my favorite shades in this entire palette. It's the like marbled swirled, sorry, that's pretty reflective, but it's the marbled shade in here. And when you swirl them together, it turns, this is what it looks like on the finger. It's like almost holographic, and when you swatch them together, it looks like this. It is so pretty. I'm really excited to use that shade. Okay, fifth and final shade, I'm really hoping it doesn't throw this whole thing off, is 4. Okay, so I pretty much got half the shimmers in this palette. But anyway, the fourth shade is Please Me, and this is what it looks like. I'm not the best at swatch placement, but this is what it looks like here. This is like a rose gold type of shade. It's a little bit warmer than the rest of the color story, but I feel like I could make this work. I do wish though that I had a mid-tone matte, but I feel like out of all the color stories I've had so far, this one is probably the easiest. That being said, I'm now going to have to try to think of a way to make this color story work, so I'll be back in a minute, but for you it'll be right now. Okay, I've decided what I'm gonna do, and first I'm gonna take this shade, the lightest shade that I got, which is Filthy, and I'm gonna put it all over my eyes. I also just realized I forgot to bring either of my eyeshadow primers, so I don't have my Milani eyeshadow base because they're right outside my window, and I also don't have my glitter primer, so this will be a true testament to how good these shadows are without primer, but I'm just gonna get into it. I'm gonna put this shade all over my eyes. I didn't really plan to talk about anything specifically in this video. I usually have I try to have some sort of topic that I'm basing these videos off of, but this time I'm a little boring, so I have nothing going on and I don't have any questions to answer, so yeah, you're not really gonna see much from me. Yeah, so I'll be a little bit boring in this video, and that's probably good because now I can focus on actually making this look as nice as possible. But I actually won't be wearing this out, so it doesn't really matter. You can't tell from just this, but I am going to the gym right after I film this. So I'm gonna be washing this makeup off anyway, so it won't really matter too much if it doesn't turn out the exact way I wanted it. But I think you can't really see it too well, but I feel like that shade will help soften Spicy, which is this very dark matte, which is what I'll be going in with next. And I'm gonna be using this same brush. It's like a fluffy shader kind of, yeah, just called shader brush from Dose of Colors. I'm just gonna use like the thin part of it and try to be a little bit more precise using it that way and really top off my brush. We'll see how this turns out, but oh, okay, yeah, that really did help soften it. It's still, you can like still see it's there, but it's not as punchy as it would have been, which is good because I don't want this to get out of control. Yeah, this is really, really pretty. Oh, I like that. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. If anyone has anything you want to say to me, I guess leave me a comment. I really don't know. Oh, I do have something. This is a little bit embarrassing. I just started watching. I like can't even say it. It's just so like silly and embarrassing, but it's the truth. I love the show Love Island. Like, I've not made that a secret on my channel. I talk about it like fairly often, I would say. And just yesterday I started watching the new season. It's on Hulu. Like, listen, I don't care what you say about it. I understand it's trashy TV, but I love it so I love it so much, and like it's just making me giggle talking about it because it's dumb. Okay, sorry, I was briefly interrupted, but I think I was talking about Love Island, which is very silly. It just makes me laugh because it's like ridiculous. But I started watching that, and I love having my trashy reality TV. It's just like, I started watching Love Island. This is gonna turn into a story. I'm also taking that same shade Spicy on my, like, on that outside corner of my lower lash line. Outer corner, that's what it's called. So I started watching Love Island like maybe 3 years ago. It was like a pandemic thing. I don't know if I had like never heard of it, and I just discovered it, and all of a sudden there were like 5 seasons of this new show or whatever. So I binge watched it. Like, I was watching maybe 8 episodes a day, and those episodes are like an hour long. Yeah, I kind of just got hooked, and it just became a summer thing for me. Like, summer doesn't really feel like summer without watching Love Island. It's just like, even the memories I have of watching it make me feel so cozy, because I remember, I don't know, it's kind of an emotional thing when the pandemic first hit and I was like looking for a job, a new graduate, no one was hiring. That was like the only thing that I really had that wasn't like searching for jobs and like thinking about how I'm like never gonna get a job because I graduated right when the pandemic started. Because I graduated March 2020, so that was like a comfort thing for me. And then also, because Love Island comes out every summer, and I tend to like visit family, I would just like put on Love Island while I'm like getting ready in the morning, doing my makeup, everything, as like just something to have in the background while getting ready. And it just reminds me of like being with family and relaxing and something comforting. So it is an entertainment aspect, because I think I'm just gonna deepen it up a tiny bit. It is like a bit of an entertainment aspect, because I think I specifically like, I watch all like English speaking versions, but the UK one is definitely my favorite, because they're just this, I don't want to be rude, but they're like, you know what I'm talking about. They're kind of the dumbest, and they're just like the most entertaining because of that. So it is like an entertainment aspect, but also it's a comfort aspect. It's kind of just like a routine that I have for myself, and it reminds me of good times, or like the times in my life where it comforted me. So all right, I think that's all I'm gonna do with that. Maybe towards the end I'll like add a little bit more of the first shade, but now I'm gonna go on to my shimmers. I'm gonna start with, where is it? Okay, this first pink one, Shameless, just all over my lid. But long story short, you know, I'm back to watching Love Island, really enjoying myself. There's only like 4 episodes out so far. And I only have like 1 left to watch for like what's out, because they come out I think maybe like a week or a few days behind the UK. So, and they come out like a new episode every day. So I currently have 1 more episode to watch, and then I have to wait for a few days for another episode to come out. But yeah, really enjoying myself with that. I honestly could walk out the door with just this. This is really, really pretty. I think because I don't have a glitter primer on my lids, it's coming off a bit more sheer, which is really, really beautiful. Like, I've never seen it like this. I wish I could take a picture of like just this one eye as it is, but this is really, really pretty. If you can see that, it kind of just looks like a bit of a topper. I'm gonna keep building on it though to achieve the desired look that I'm going for. But anyway, I'm watching Love Island, and just today the second half of Bridgerton came out, and I have thoughts on this. Now I'm going to put this second shimmer, like metallic passion, all over my lid as well, because this one definitely does behave as a topper, but like holographic type topper if you put it on lightly. So I didn't watch Bridgerton when it first came out. I kind of just wasn't interested, but like I had friends like constantly telling me, oh, you should watch it, it's really good. And then finally when Queen Charlotte came out, it looked kind of interesting. So I honestly can't remember if I watched Queen Charlotte first or if I watched the first 2 seasons and then Queen Charlotte, because I like to watch things in order. But I was hooked from then. This is what it's looking like now. It's really pretty. I kind of wish I could have kept like just that first shimmer Shameless on, but I like what this is looking like. It kind of like meshes the pink and the purple mattes together, so this is looking pretty nice. And I think last I'm going to put the last metallic, what is it called, Please Me, on my lower lash line. And I'm gonna use this pencil brush from Eco Tools. It's called Precision Blending. Anyway, I was a big fan of Bridgerton. My favorite characters were in the first season, I loved Daphne and oh, now I feel like a fake fan, I can't remember her name, Lady Danbury. Sorry. Lady Danbury is my favorite character on that entire show every season. Like every time she pops up, I know it's gonna be a good scene. So I loved Daphne and Lady Danbury in season 1, and then season 2 I loved Lady Danbury and Eloise. Eloise is like, I feel like a fan favorite, and for good reason. She's very, I don't know, I love her. I feel like I would be friends with her. Like if I was in the Bridgerton, if I was like rich, an aristocrat, and in the Bridgerton, you know, the Ton, I would be friends with Eloise. But I feel like honestly season 3 is a bit of a disappointment for me, and I have not yet seen any of the episodes from the second half, so I can't, like, maybe I'm gonna love it. I especially have been waiting for Penelope's secret to come out to Colin, and like just to the entire Ton, so hopefully the second half will be a bit better, because that's what I've been really waiting for. Because okay, maybe this is an unpopular opinion, I do not like Penelope at all. She seems like a terrible friend for doing that to, I'm trying not to spoil things, but she seems like a terrible friend for doing that to Eloise, and for like keeping that big secret and then ruining her. Well, I don't want to ruin it. So this is what it looks like with the lower lash line. Not too punchy, but again, I don't have my glitter glue, and I'm using like a dense pencil brush to apply it to my lower lash line, so I don't think it's the fault of the shadow, but it still looks really pretty. And I think I'm gonna add an eyeliner. So basically I'm trying not to be mean, because I know this is like just my opinion, and I don't want to be like too harsh with my words for an opinion. Like I don't want to offend anyone, but I just like, I first of all don't like Penelope, even though I feel like I relate to her in a lot of ways. Like I was always the wallflower, I was always the person no one really pays attention to, so I can relate to her in that way. But I would never like, you know, treat a friend that way. I just like, I feel like I can't root for her in this season. And then also I just feel like Colin kind of Colin kind of gives me the ick. Like, he really embarrasses me. Like, I get really bad secondhand embarrassment, and sometimes throughout the first half of the season I would have to turn off like my computer and just shut it down and step away because he would like make a face or say something that would like, he just really seems like he thinks he's the shit, and I don't think he is, and it would embarrass me. I'm gonna put a black eyeliner in my waterline. I'm gonna cut this out though so you don't have to see it. There I have my black eyeliner, and I think I'm gonna do a wing because this is in a project and I'm supposed to use it 5 times and I have yet to use it. And I feel like also if I'm gonna take this off right after I do it, I may as well go crazy. It doesn't really matter. This is the e.l.f. H2O proof eyeliner pen. So yeah, I just also don't think they have the best chemistry. I'm not buying it. Like, I know they've been like friends their entire lives or whatever, but sometimes you can just be friends with a guy. Yeah, I don't know. I just think like maybe they just don't have the best chemistry, or like we haven't been told enough about them, because maybe it's the thing like where instead of the other 2 seasons where they just have this immediate undeniable chemistry from their first meeting or whatever, maybe theirs is like more of a slow burn, but we haven't seen them enough to see that if that is the case. So I just don't, it's not there for me. I'm gonna do this wing on camera. I'm not gonna talk, but I'm gonna do it on camera just for entertainment purposes. This is probably gonna turn out really bad. Okay, don't laugh at me if I make a face. Okay, you can see this. Oh, it did turn out bad. It's because I usually like rest my arms on the counter when I'm doing this in my bathroom, but I don't have my counter. Hopefully the other side turns out better so I can take a picture from this side. Okay, this is this wing, and I'm gonna try to do something on this side too. Somehow this side is worse. I don't know. Oh, also, I have my Bridgerton candle in the background that my friend gave me for my birthday. It's still going strong, which is saying something for such a small candle. So, yeah, it smells like peaches. This is just really bad on this side. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take pictures on my right side. That's how bad this is. But this is what the wings are looking like. At least I got to use on this eyeliner though, so that's a win, I guess. Last, I'm gonna put this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara in black on my lashes. I don't know why I have to explain this. You know what that is. I'm gonna do that off camera. So here's the final look. Don't pay attention to this eye, but this is what I was able to do with, oh, I wiped off the colors, oops. But this is what I was able to do with my Huda Beauty palette. This is, again, one of my favorite palettes in my entire collection. So I knew that even with my subpar skills and, you know, no eyeshadow primers of any sort, this would turn out good. Yeah, even with the like color scheme I got, I think it turned out really, really pretty. So I'm still gonna take it off because I need to go to the gym and I don't want to block my pores and get mascara running into my eyes. But this has to be my favorite palette bingo look by far. So go check out the playlist to see my fails and my other videos. And next month you will see the final palette bingo, which will be with my Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. And before you go, please, if you have any song recommendations, this is pretty random, but lately I've been in the mood to like listen to some new music, which I never am. I literally am never in the mood to listen to new songs or genres or anything of the sort. So I'm gonna try to take advantage of this. If you have any song or like music recommendations in general, please let me know, because I feel kind of like I'm in a music rut, and it doesn't have to even be like new, but just new to me, which is probably anything you would recommend, because I listen to the same like 10 artists on repeat. So please let me know if you have any recommendations, or any show or movie recommendations as well. I will take that because I love streaming services. But that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I was able to entertain you. But I'll just see you in my next video, which will be my That's So 2000s update, which I've already filmed. Yeah, stay tuned. I'll see you then. Bye.